Hi there, 8th grade. Lesson 37 here, area of combined polygons. Objectives: find the area of complex polygons by dividing them into less complex shapes. Estimate the area of a complex polygon. At this point, you can stop and do your power up. I am going to keep moving on, so you'd want to pause now. Alright, find the area of this figure. Now, this can be done very easy in one way, another way not so easy. Alright, so what we have here is kind of, I don't know if I call it quite a trapezoid or not, but I'm going to split it right here, which gives me a rectangle and a triangle. This length here is 6, which would mean this would be 2 centimeters, because I would take this minus that, because this side and this side are now the same, which leaves me 2. Now, this is still going to be 4 centimeters. So, I'm going to find the area of this rectangle first. So, I'm going to take 4 times 8, which should give me 32 centimeters squared. Now, I have to find the area of a square, or this triangle. What is the area of a triangle? 1/2 base times height. Alright, so 1/2 times 2 times 4. You do that, and you should get 8, and then 1/2 of that is 4, so plus 4 centimeters squared. So that should be 36 centimeters squared is the total area of this figure. Alright. Use a calculator to estimate the area of this lot. Okay, I'm going to go straight up right here, create 90-degree angles. Okay, so this one's 60, this one's 100. Multiply that together, we're going to get 6,000 feet squared for this area right here. Now here we have 100, we have 110. This is why they're saying use a calculator, because we are going to have to use something we learned in the beginning, or earlier in the year, I would say beginning of the year, which is Pythagorean theorem. We have our hypotenuse, so 110 squared equals 100 squared plus b squared. Okay? Because Pythagorean theorem is c squared equals a squared plus b squared. So, we have the c, because that is our hypotenuse. 110 squared is going to give me 12,100. And 100 squared is probably going to give me, I would say, 10,000. Okay, we're going to subtract 10,000 from both sides. You are going to get 2,100 equals b squared. Square root both sides. Square root both sides. You're going to get b to be approximately 45.8 dot, but if I rounded it, it'd be at that point. Okay. Now, are we done? No. We'd have to take this now times our height, so this would be base. So 1/2 base times height. Problem's starting to take a little bit of time. So you would take that times 100 divide by, or you can multiply by 1/2, divide by 2, and this should get you 22,991 6.2 roughly. Add that to the 6,000. Your total area of this lot is 8,291.28 feet. And on my calculator, I never really rounded. That's why I still had that at the end. Now, you're going to want to be close to that. You wouldn't have to be perfect to that. Okay, you have a small triangle right here. Yes, you have these two triangles. In figure A, AD is 40 centimeters. So AD centimeters. Okay? DC is 30 centimeters. Point B is the midpoint of AC. So this is the midpoint. And E is the midpoint of AD. So this would be 20 and 20. Find the perimeter and area of the quadrilateral BCDE. Okay. Interesting. Alright, we gotta figure out what we know and if we have enough information. Well, I can figure out this side, AC, by using Pythagorean theorem and going a squared plus b squared, which this would be my a, this would be my b, I should get my c. So we have 30 squared plus 20 squared, or 40 squared, equals c squared. Okay, 30 times 30 is 900. Plus, probably 1600. Alright, so that's going to give me 2500. So what I'm thinking that's going to be is when I take the square root, I would say that's going to be 50. So C equals 50. Which then means this is 25, this is 25, and this whole thing is 50, but this was a midpoint. So, I've kind of got another thing. Once again, I am going to split this when I do get there to find the area. I've got to find the perimeter too. But, I've got 3 of the sides. I need the 4th one though. Once again, I'm going to use the good old Pythagorean theorem and find this one by doing that. But I have c squared this time. It is 25 squared. This is going to be 20 squared plus b squared. This should be 400 or 4,000. I was right, 400. Alright, 25 times 25 is 625. So b squared equals plus, so I'm going to subtract 400 from both sides. Okay, you can still see that. Alright, so you subtract 400 from both sides. You're going to get b squared equals 225, square root, b squared should equal 15. So this equals 15. So perimeter, I would just add up. So I have 20 plus 15 plus 25 plus 30 which is 90 centimeters. Okay? That means this one is going to be 15 by 30, which means this is going to be a 15 by 25. This would be 20 here. Okay? So, I'm going to find the area here. 15 times 20 should be 300. Okay? And then we're going to take height times base, which once again should be 2 or 300. And then you're going to half that, which is 150. So the area should equal, add those two together, 450 centimeters squared. Okay, at this point you can do the practice set. Practice set is part of your homework, like always. Do them all. I will check them either when you get back to school, or you can ask me to somehow send me a picture or something so I can check them. That way to make sure you're doing it right before you go or get too far, and we make sure that you understood this concept. There's your homework. Have a good day.